This is gonna be rough.
Welcome to Week 15. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Playoffs. I am your host, Chris Hopper, as always, joined by Ryan Miner, Dan Thury.
Good morning.
Your Field podcast on YouTube, but you know that if you're listening to this.
Brought to you by the FF Faceoff.
Brought to you by the FF Faceoff, yes.
the famous line we always forget.
I'm bad about this.
It's all right.
Yeah. So, starting with weather, snowballs in Buffalo.
Ridiculous.
Bills fans are hilarious.
They are something.
And blown leads, and it's windy. They're blowing leads in, wherever that game was. Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
Yeah.
So not in the way you thought it
Blowing
was.
leads in Minnesota. Yep. Yep.
It was a very historic Saturday. A record was set, or I guess in this case, broken.
Broken and set.
Biggest NFL comeback.
Matt Ryan just can't seem to play better defense. I don't understand.
Matt Ryan could play better offense, though. They should have had 50.
Oh, my God. That game was drunk.
How do you not score 2 touchdowns, like 2 to 3 offensive touchdowns against the Vikings?
Well, when your offense is pretty garbage.
It's true.
And you're gifted great field position for about the entirety of the first half, a block punt, Jalen Reagor on the other side of the ball, accounting for 2 interceptions from Cousins.
Wait,
now
what?
The first one, yeah. So the first one wasn't. It was more so a split. So it was like a bait. So it was basically Reagor was porched like a yard and a half ahead of the first down marker, and as he moved inside Cousins through to where his spot was, like simultaneously, so which led to their pick six, which was 2 plays after Jefferson got hurt, which was the play after the first scoop and score was called dead. Yeah. That was a game. Yep.
That was a game.
Yeah,
it was a game. All right, let's get into some of these ins and outs and actives, whatever's going on. No Chase Young against the Giants still. So
is that official yet, or is that still just questionable?
Yeah, it's been made.
Not expected to play per Ian Rappaport. So official enough. No Julio Jones. His career, Julio Jones. His career is probably done.
Jones.
It was done the day he got traded from Atlanta.
Yeah.
We all tripped for it.
Jacoby Myers is expected to play. Concussed, so he'll be back. Ramondre Stevenson now has a good chance to play. So we've gone from it's going to be Pierre Strong and Kevin Harris to maybe Damian Harris will be back. Damian Harris ruled out. Now Ramondre Stevenson is potentially in good enough shape to play. What does that tell you about how the Patriots feel about those 2 rookies?
They don't trust him that much?
That's kind of where I'm at with it, too.
You know?
Well, it's also playoff. I mean, it's also, heavy playoff implications for Patriots still. They're still in the playoff hunt. So if they can get back their best running back that's been playing all year, I mean, yeah, I think you take that over 2 day 3 running backs. Yeah, Strawn looked good in very limited touches, and maybe Strawn's going to see more work in this game because of it. But if you can get Stevenson back, I mean, I don't think it says anything about the running backs behind him. I think it just says that you can get your number 1 offensive player back.
Jacoby Myers, because they already got him back.
I mean, he's back too now. So they have their 1A, 1B. I don't know, man. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you trust playing Stevenson if he plays?
I mean,
ask that question, right?
You kind of have to, right? Because they clearly
yeah.
don't trust Strong and Harris. Otherwise, it wouldn't be, trying to force the issue with Damian Harris and Stevenson. And that's what this feels like is that, okay, we're down both guys. We've got 2 rookies that look like they complement each other well. But we're going to try to get Damian Harris back, and then he can't go. And now all of a sudden it's been Stevenson's not playing. And then the day after it's announced that Harris can't go, Stevenson suddenly has a good chance to play.
Yeah.
So I think you have to because they clearly don't trust the 2 behind them. That or it's Belichick gamesmanship and Pierre Strong's going for 150. But
I mean, that's what he does.
The Raiders.
It's also the Raiders.
Jets coach Robert Saleh expects, quote, a few things to crop up with Zach Wilson against the Lions.
A few things to crop up.
The exact quote was, Zach had a good week of practice. His mechanics are much better, but I do expect a few things to crop up. I told him don't overthink it. Just go and play. Just be you. In other words, yeah, probably not putting a lot on his plate.
Just be you.
Just be you. This sounds like a speech Coach Taylor would give to Matt, to our boy Matt Saracen after his eyes were closed on his throat.
Zach Wilson, clear eyes, full hearts.
Now we got a question.
Okay.
Flex spot, full PPR, DeAndre Swift or Christian Watson?
Swift.
Yeah, I'm still going Swift.
Yeah.
Even though Watson's on that touchdown streak. Oh.
Watson's
maybe it is Watson.
Is it?
Is he still? Yeah, I think he still had a touchdown prior to the week before.
No,
before the bye.
You're right about.
He just doesn't have the target total like Alan Lazard.
He's also gonna have Ramsey as a rookie.
Yeah, but that Ramsey isn't what Ramsey was.
Well, he's not. But
would he get Ramsey?
Touchdown or
Ramsey?
We talked about
Ramsey get Lazard?
Well, we talked about this on Thursday, and I think we were in agreement that he was probably getting Ramsey because I think.
I mean, he should. He's a more explosive player, and the guy that's going to take the game over more than
player profile. I think because they do defensive matchups. Let's look at it.
Yeah,
I mean, still, it's very touchdown or bust.
Yeah,
with Watson, I don't love that.
I mean, to be honest, it's really touchdown or bust for Swift too, especially over the pass.
It all depends on what the usage is going to be.
I think Swift will be a lot of the check down, just because of the way
but we thought that
Jets defensive front line.
We thought that last week too, though, and that's
18 targets, gun ho. 16 targets in 3 games is fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's played just one. I mean, he's played 50 or more % of the snaps once since week 8. Like, again, he's not racking up total yards. 39. He had 111 last week or 2 weeks ago, against Jacksonville. 43, 32, 12, 50.
So they're projecting
touchdown or bust.
Watson on Kendrick, not on Ramsey.
Okay.
It's such
Ramsey's shadows too, I believe. I can't see him on Lazard over Watson when Watson's a more explosive playmaker.
So let's go game script then. Let's go down to the third tiebreaker. Lions Jets. Something's got to give there, right? But I agree with Ryan, and I think we looked at this where Jets is kind of over the middle, not by attacking the outside. We looked at that when we looked at Amon-Ra and how people are exploiting the Jets, and it's out of the slot and it's over the middle, and that's where Swift is going to make his hay if you are going to get something done against the Jets. Rams, little bit of a dumpster fire, but they're not giving up a boatload of points. They just can't score.
I think the other question is who you're going to feel worse on leaving on the bench. If Swift goes off for 2 touchdowns or Watson goes off.
I'd feel worse about leaving Swift on the bench because projected, that's just me, but I'd feel worse about leaving Swift on the bench just because of it's a bad argument right now, but draft capital, the fact that even if there's floor there and Watson duds, you're going to feel bad about it. There's more likely to be floor for Swift than there is for Watson, although it hasn't been fantastic lately. Personally, it would
Go
be
ahead.
Swift. I'd feel worse leaving on the bench.
Yeah, because over the last 3 games per FF today, which you really got me on the website now, Hop.
It's a good
There's-
resource.
Yeah, the Jets give up the 12th most points to the running backs. So
And I think it gets worse if you do.
I think it's gonna be very difficult to go vertical on the Jets. You're gonna get Shark on Sauce. You're gonna get Sauce on Shark.
So you're gonna have to go
Probably
underneath.
Reed's gonna be on Reynolds or Ryan's boy JMO. St. Brown should have a great game. The interior, or I guess the intermediate to short, should be great over the middle. So this feels like a Swift game, if there is ever a Swift game, because both players are identical in terms of what they've been able to produce, what they're getting from their positions. Watson's on the field for nearly every play. And Swift, you just have to hope that the Lions can get the best of the Jets defense, because you have a good offense, a great young offense versus a great young defense that are both playing well above what their expectations were.
Yeah.
And Swift just kind of finds that crack. So I would go Swift. I would hope that the Jets offense can kind of keep the Lions a little more up tempo and not get too run focused. That's when you're going to get hurt.
I'm also
It'll be
going.
more Jamal Williams.
I'm also Swift.
yeah, I'm staying Swift.
It is close.
It's
Anthony.
close.
It's not-
Yeah.
We're not saying it's not. So
It's a fun one. It's a fun
Yeah.
one. It's a fun issue to have.
There's. Well.
It's just the issue.
Sort of.
It's just the issue of setting the right one in.
it's a fun issue for a flex spot. Let's just say that.
Yeah, there we go.
That's about it. Because if it,
Thanks for the correction. Thanks for the
Yeah.
autocorrect.
You are welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, FF today is a good reason for quick looking at shit like that. By the way,
yeah.
sorry, I'm looking at who's doing what. Sorry, I'm looking at who's doing what against the Rams, and it's been the last 3 weeks. Outside receivers are not doing a lot against them. So, Tyler Lockett's the only one that had a blow up game. We know he plays out. He's playing out of the slot. So, cool.
Cool.
Just yeah, like to use what's available to us. Tyler Boyd expected to play Week 15 against the Bucks. T. Higgins expected to play, so the Bengals will be at full strength. Deidre Moore should be good to go for whatever that's worth. Josh Jacobs is going to play. He's been fantastic. Hollywood will play. Tough matchup against the Broncos. Now I'm into yesterday's fucking game statistics, which I don't care about. Kadarius Toney is going to play. Yay.
Yay.
Miko Hardman will be back. Or no, not
Gee.
this week. That's next week. He'll be back next week. Not activated for Sunday's game. So, not yet. Ryan, sorry.
Wah, wah. I'll survive.
Do we have anything to
Ah.
talk about from yesterday's games? By the way, other than obviously you had the epic comeback there where Mostert wasn't lying when he said he likes the snow, apparently.
Yeah, he
Justin
freaking lit up that
Tucker.
first half.
Justin Tucker missed 2 field goals, so
That's
world of
weird.
despair. Yeah. First time since 2018. First time in 4 years he's missed more than 1 field goal in a game.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor hurt himself again.
We sparked up a bunch of debates about about trying to protect that from happening to fantasy gamers. I'm like, outside of playing, team running backs or bets ball,
Yeah, and
that's life. I don't really know what
It's-
else you can get mad
it's
about. That's
part of the
that's how
game,
fantasy
right?
works.
You got a guy that's
Yeah.
been banged up most of the year. That's, the problem is you're shoving him in there because he's Jonathan Taylor. If it was like, I don't know, Ramondre Stevenson, who we just talked about, you have some pause about guys that have been consistently banged back and coming back from injury and how much you trust them, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, then I'm sure the Colts would have loved to have JT. Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
here's a free get health pot, right? Get better pot. Now you can get back out there the rest of the game. Here's your free shot of cortisone.
Yeah.
Here's your free pain management. It doesn't really work that way.
Yep. I mean,
Sucks.
there's only two ways
It
to
does,
resolve that.
does.
Like Dan said, it's team running back, or you put some weird provision in there where you can, if a player gets hurt due to injury and doesn't return, then you can do a retroactive substitution, I guess, which seems to be against the spirit of the game to me. But that would be the only other way I think you could do it, just to blanket apply that to every team.
And what sucks too is like these running backs when they go down, there's like not very many teams have a good backup running back. So going the backup from Jonathan Taylor down to Deion Jackson,
Zach Moss.
wasn't exactly Zach Moss.
It was Zach
It's just
Moss that
like-
got most of the run.
Was it Zach? wasn't able to watch any of the games.
Yeah,
I don't know if
It was
on
about
network.
even. It was. I think it ended even, but Boss got it right away. God, he was awful.
3 points.
Deion Jackson.
He was Zach Moss.
Yeah, and Deion Jackson added the explosive. Like he was the guy in on the explosive run plays, but it was
Pretty bad.
again. It was just Pittman and the two backs. Like he had no help from Campbell. He had no help. From Pierce. I think Pierce dudded.
He did dud. He had nothing.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was just like, look, like your second round receiver in a game in which you're watching your team, start to cough up this massive lead, and you can't find a way to get any sort of production from them.
Mhm.
Jelani once had a nice game because the one big play, and yeah, it was the Colts offense is in rough shape.
Rough shape. And I'm excited to get the offseason to talk about what some of these teams need to do to fix it. And the Colts is going to be a really interesting one to break down because I don't know what the answer is other than, well, I mean, it's O-line and get a freaking quarterback and get a long-term answer at quarterback, not, we're just going to keep patchworking veterans in here and hope to put a winning product on the field because that's not working.
Yeah. Yep.
A complete team.
Trying to find other questions.
I'm
And Brad's Discord and Rhode Alonso's Discord have been pretty active in there. There was a question that I was asked of me and Brad, and I can't find it. I meant to ask you guys on Thursday, but I was a little tuned up Thursday. I completely forgot about it.
6 to 8 months on Murray's ACL is the report this morning. So right in line kind of with what, little longer.
We were talking about Thursday.
Yeah, what we
Yeah.
were talking about Thursday. Dan, you said 10. I said clean tear. You can typically get back in 6 to 8, but the mobility is not going to be there. And that. Yeah,
I still
he'd
think
be
he
in line to
starts on the
start.
publets. I still think I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't, but I think he does start on the pub, and especially it's going to be one of those
He'll start camp.
you're going to get. Yeah.
He'll start camp on the pup.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's not. I don't think he starts the season on the pup, but he'll start camp on the pup for sure.
They may put him on short-term IR, out for 4 weeks or 3 weeks. Yeah, no, out for 4 weeks, and then
So
does it in return.
long into that recovery at 8 months would put him at August, beginning of. So you're heart of preseason right there.
Yeah,
So I think he can be ready for week 1. I don't even think they put him on IR if he's not ready. I think it's kind of the Zach Wilson thing when he got hurt in preseason this year.
well,
where
that and the Dobbins scene,
Yeah, where they
just
just
kind of waited.
wait it, and if he misses a week or two, he misses a week or two.
Yeah,
It's worth it. I mean, you paid him a shit ton of money, so you have to kind of ease him back. 'Cause I think it's a freaking massive contract next year for him.
well, yeah, that's when its contract kicks in is next year. So it's his new contract will start. The money of that new contract will start after this year, because this is his 5th year.
Is that what it
I'm
is?
sorry, this would be his year 4. They'll likely pick up the salary for his 5th year next year. So it
it's
should be either
not
next year or 2. It should be
it's
2 years from now. I
Not
think.
next year that the big contract. He has a 16. Okay, maybe it is. So
I mean, it's going to be
weird how
high
they did
because his
this.
5th year option is also very high.
He's got they picked up the option year is what it is.
Yeah.
So he's got a $16 million cap hit next year, which is still relatively low for a quarterback. 7.2 option, $1 million workout bonus, 5.8 million signing bonus, and a $2 million base salary. It's 2024 that the big extension kicks in with a $51 million cap hit.
Yeah.
Look at those dead cap hits.
Oh yeah,
97.5 million.
the only
110 million.
They don't have an out until his age 30 season in 2027, and then they can cut him for nothing. So they front loaded for 4 years of this. It basically $50 million a year.
Yeah, his potential is out 2028
Yeah.
because 2027 shows 7.2 dead cap.
Yeah. Which you could also do that. But
Yeah,
I don't think that they will. I mean, this is an investment in him for the next 3 to 4 years to get it
No.
right. I think they believe in him.
I think by 2026, as if the wheels have come off completely, you'll see a trade. Otherwise, they're stuck with them until then.
Well, and Cliff will still be there, so.
God, I hope Cliff is gone after it's off. No, I want a Cardinals offense that doesn't disappoint at the biggest moments.
that might just save Cliff Kingsbury's job was by Murray tearing his ACL. You know, there's like a
I think he's already gone.
Now he's
it's like a disaster. It's either a disaster in disguise or blessing in disguise.
We're just gonna ignore the past 12 weeks. Nope. It didn't happen because Kyler got
past 2
hurt,
years.
and now he can go play Call of Duty. It's gonna be shop. It's fine. They're gonna win a couple games with Colt McCoy. All right, he's back. Cliff's back, guys. He's actually good now. He was never bad to begin with. You guys are all frauds.
We still got a few more minutes. Well, no, it's 10:30 right now, so
they should start rolling
we should
in
start seeing
any second.
I'm in good shape. I am in good shape in a couple of fantasy playoffs, and not great shape in 2 of them.
Well, in the Eliminator League I'm in a really good spot. But, you know, when you only have 2 teams left, anything can happen. Scott Fish, I'm plus 15.
So you got 15.
Right now on pace. I'm plus 12. I'm plus 13 right now on making the cut line based on scores at the end of Saturday's games.
I have not looked yet.
Which was nice because, you know, I had, you know, Cook and Kittle. I did have Njoku, which that game people would just forget about because it was in between the 2 best games that we've had for the majority of this season.
The things that still matter. I've been eliminated in the Bourbon Bowl for a while. Not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid a shitter cup in Ronnie's league, which, yeah, I started in this league like 5-1, and then it's been all downhill from there.
That's like one of my dynasty leagues. I started off, I think, because this says against the median score, and I think I started off 12-0.
Yeah.
And injuries just amounted like crazy.
Yep.
And I think I finished 18-10, and I'm gonna probably lose the first round.
See if I've been asking for friends here. I don't think I do.
I take Goddard out.
Yeah,
I'm ranked 405 on Scott Fish right now.
Maybe I do. All right, you ready?
I have no one play yet.
You ready for this one?
Oh God, that doesn't sound good.
Ben Skoranek, Drake London, or Jacoby Myers?
Well, it's not Drake London. Oh, I didn't think I'd say that when I had to ask the question about Ben Skoranek and the other guy.
I'm going Ben Skoranek over Myers.
I would go Ben Skoranek.
Who's the other one? I just
Jacoby Myers.
No,
yeah, Myers.
There's no one else. It's Ben Skoranek.
I mean, Ben Skoranek is Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers hasn't had over 10 points since week 8.
Come on, Hopper. We know we want with Skoranek in there.
I'm gonna live or die by Ben Skoranek. If I can get a shitter, I'm gonna write Ben Skoranek.
We're just praying that Cooper Light can get it done with Baker Mayfield.
I'm gonna ride Ben Skoranek to a shitter cup.
You are now you're basically riding Baker.
I just
along with Ben Skoranek. You were pro Baker for this.
I guess DJ Moore's the other option there.
Well, okay, we're still going to talk about Ben Skoranek and Jacoby Myers. No, I mean, I mean more. I mean, maybe the Panthers are still in the playoff race, which is
only problem I have with Moore is I tried to write him last year in a do or die scenario, and he gave me 0.6 of a point.
That's because he hasn't played with a quarterback since maybe high school. He had one of the worst quarterbacks, and he played in college, and he hasn't had a good quarterback in his NFL career.
I'm writing Ben Skoranek in that one.
Man.
Anything in this one?
So you're saying that you don't believe in Sam Darnold then?
I'm saying that I believe in Baker Mayfield more than I believe in Sam Darnold.
That's all I want to hear.
The resurrection of Baker Mayfield is here.
He brought me back in.
Okay, I got
It's like-
another one for you.
Okay.
Hollywood Sutton or Ben Skoranek. Sutton's out actually. So Hollywood Brown, Jacoby Myers, or Ben Skoranek.
Oh my God.
This is another league too. This is my Ben Skoranek.
I don't know if I could play
exposure.
Hollywood Brown.
This is a playoff
I'm too
matchup
nervous.
too.
It's gonna be they can like we want to believe that the Broncos are gonna completely shut down this offense. This is also lowest game total on the script, so it's no upside, all floor.
Yeah.
Randy Gregory coming back today too.
And
Does
can the
anyone know
Broncos?
Yeah. Jacoby Myers or Ben Skoranek.
Well, we just had this conversation, so
Right, but this is points for first down. This is a little different.
it's the same thing. They're the same player.
Ben Skoranek.
They're both inside.
Cool.
They're both
I'm
inside.
right.
Oh yeah.
I am living
Less
or
athletic
dying
slot
with Ben
receivers.
Skoranek this week.
They are the same player.
Living or dying with Ben Skoranek.
So now at this point is you want to believe in Baker Mayfield or Mac Jones?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker
Right?
Mayfield.
See, yeah,
Do I want?
matchups are relatively the same.
Hey, do I want Bam Knight or Raheem Mostert? In hindsight, that's upsetting to me. I left Mostert on my bench there.
Yeah, yeah. You got to be careful with those non-Sunday games.
Got to be careful with those oft injured players too.
That too.
All right.
I mean,
Right.
maybe Bam Knight will be fine.
Do you
against
see
the
how close
Lions.
we're projected in the listener league, Dan?
Yeah,
We're
I have a few of those.
we're projected within 0.2 of a point.
Yeah, and in Ryan's league, it's within I think 1.5 right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, so me and the guy I'm playing against, we're within 1.5 right now.
Yeah, 0.2 of a point in the listener league.
Yeah, that's it's a little uncomfortable for me.
a little
don't wanna
uncomfortable for
live that.
me.
I don't want to live that closely.
I don't either.
Oh my God, 0.16.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You have a pretty nice lead, though. I'll say that.
I do have a pretty nice lead, but that's all. Well, I can't say it's all Kittle.
That's
It's
big-
mostly Kittle.
That's because Bay 1 and Bay 2 haven't played yet. That's like my entire team. 'Cause I'm playing Stevenson.
Yeah,
Oh God, this team is so. Ugh,
I
I went in a little too hard on
I'm
this.
writing Alan Lazard, Jacoby Myers, and Isaiah Hodgins.
I need to ask Nick if he can play a third quarterback, just so I can play Baker with you guys. I do have Skoranek going in the or I did pick him up in the Dynasty Best Ball League.
Nice. Yeah, I'm writing against you literally in the beer league. Your league.
Yeah,
Isaiah Hodgins, Alan Lazard, Jacoby Myers because of all my injuries.
I will say that the expected point total has gotten a little closer. I think since Thursday night. So you never know.
I'm projected for 96.
Yeah, no. Just I don't want to be humbled, when you're a Vikings fan for so long, you just when things are supposed to go well for you, they don't.
Brent's league is where I'm in the best shape at, I think.
You guys dare start DJ Moore? Actually, this is in your league, Hopper, your Kickers Matter League. I'm going
Okay.
against the team Bamamo.
Oh, you're
Or the
going,
number-
against, you're going against
You're going against
Morgan.
Morgan.
You're going against this guy you're going against a 6 seed that got him with a 4-9 record or a 5-9.
He's 5-9. Yeah.
5-9
And I'm
record
losing.
because of points.
And I'm projected to lose.
How awesome is it going to be if a 5-9 team runs the ship, Dan?
That's why you have the last seed be the highest scoring team left.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
No,
So I had Devontae-
it is beautiful.
So I have Deontay Foreman and DJ Moore as my multi-flexes. I could either put in Rex Burkhead,
I mean, he's starting.
Chris
Sexy
Moore,
Rexy.
Nope.
Same difference as Burkhead.
or Richie James.
Dude, it might be Chris Moore. No Brandon Cooks,
It
no
might-
Brandon
it's
Cooks,
a
and no Nico Collins against the Chiefs.
It's DJ Moore. He's got to have a quarterback. Do you trust Sam Darnold or the combination of
Russell Wilson had his best game of his career with the Broncos against
Hey,
the Chiefs last week, and
do
he was
you-
worse than David
Do
Mills.
you trust Russell? Do you trust Sam Darnold or the two-headed monster or the three-headed monster of Kyle Allen, Jeff Driscoll, and Davis Mills?
I trust Rex Burkhead to catch checkdowns.
I don't trust Rex Burkhead at all.
I don't trust any of these guys at all.
Right?
I've seen a lot of Chris Moore love.
I'm just going with it. I'm leaving it as is.
All right. I got a 4-point lead in this one. I'm projected to win by 26.
Oh,
Let's see if there's anything I need to do here. Do you
Still not
start?
comfortable enough.
So do you start Pickens or Evans over Garrett Wilson now that Zach Wilson's the quarterback?
no, because he still goes. Garrett Wilson still has some decent floor with Zach.
Or
I think I still keep them.
do you pick up? Anybody here would want to pick up? No, bro. Ben Skoranek.
Worse.
No, I'm kidding.
Is there anything to gain by winning your consolation bracket in your league, Hopper?
In mine?
Yeah.
So it's not a consolation bracket in my league. It should be a shitter cup,
Okay.
which means that if you lose, you advance.
Oh, if you lose, you
Yeah,
advance.
so
Okay.
it's shitter cup style. So you lose, you advance. You win, you're done. And what you gain by that is lottery odds. So the lottery
more ping pong balls.
Yeah, the lottery odds are based on the shitter cup results. So
Me and Ian are projected within 3 points of each other. So I guess I got to root for
you want to root to lose.
Ian's players.
Yes.
You
want to lose in that.
That's tough.
I'm gonna end up in no man's
I'm gonna-
land probably because, well, no, it depends on how the rest of it goes. So the way that the draft picks in that league work are, if you're in the playoffs, it's reverse order of the final finish, right? Just like it would
Yeah.
normally be. And
Yeah.
then for the shitter cup teams, it's lottery and odds are set based on the shitter cup bracket.
I get you.
So it's kind of a yes, tanking still gets you something, but you're not guaranteed with the tank type thing.
No, I get you. That makes sense. Jesus.
All right, inactives rolling in for the Falcons. Frank Darby, he was inactive.
All right.
He's a wide receiver. I felt like it was.
He shall be missed.
Anybody heard that name before?
Yep. He's caught some balls before from somebody, I guess.
Has he?
Only in our 16 team dynasty league.
Wait, has he caught balls from somebody before?
I think once or twice.
Yeah, he's not a rookie. I think he's been in the league for a few years.
Frank-
He's kind of
Yeah.
catched up. I mean, it's Atlanta. It's the worst receiving core in that's like
He's
3
been
years.
in the league for 2 years, and he has one reception for 14 yards. And it was
All right. See, told you he caught a ball from somebody.
fair enough. He caught one ball from somebody.
hey. He caught a ball.
He did.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
No Justin Burns for the Panthers. Okay for the Bears. They're without offensive tackle Larry Borum. No, offensive guard Ja'Tyre Carter. No Chase Claypool. No N'Keal Harry. So O-line little banged up. No Harry. No Claypool. So
Yeah.
it'd be what, Mooney, Byron Pringle, and
Amon-Ra.
Equanimous.
Equanimous St.
Equanimous.
Brown. Equanimous. I don't believe in stretching St. Brown.
you better stretch
That
today. It's
sounds
gonna
so
be
gross.
cold.
It's gonna be real fucking cold.
For the Cowboys, no Jake Ferguson, no Will Greer, no T.Y. Hilton, and no Jalen Tolbert. Which
JD Hunter just said that Frank Darby is still available in the listener league. For now.
he's in
For
action,
now,
don't
guys.
pick him up.
I'm gonna go get him now just so I start having a full roster.
No Craig Reynolds or Joshua Dobbs for the Lions. That Josh Dobbs inactive is really going to hurt.
Josh Dobbs is on the Lions.
Yep.
Good for him. Good for him still maintaining the backup role.
No Kendrick Pryor for the Jaguars. He's a wide receiver. Now, let's play this game. Has he caught a pass before?
Who?
Kendrick Pryor.
Dude, that's a name I don't know. I know a lot of
Yeah.
stupid names. I don't know a Kendrick Pryor. Is he in what team
He's
is
related
he?
to Terrell Pryor.
His
Is he supposedly on?
Jacksonville.
Oh man.
So, literally,
Has he catch a pass or not? Has he
No.
catch a pass?
his Pro Football Reference page
Oh no.
has nothing on it. It has his number and his name, and that's it.
Hey, he's got a page. He's doing better than us. All right.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing on there. He wasn't drafted. He's in caught up. He's probably a rookie, but we don't know because there's nothing on his
We don't
page.
know. It doesn't say when he was signed. He was born in '98. He's 24, so
Eh,
no
I gotta
idea.
go
think-
back to looking
I
at
think France just scored.
What?
Oh, did they? Forgot
Oh.
the other football is going on.
I can hear my daughter screaming at it
It's-
right now.
It's the World Cup time, right? Isn't this the finals matchup? Right? This is the last matchup of the World Cup?
Yeah, yep, this is a championship. France and Argentina.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No Shane Buechele for the Chiefs. No Benjamin for the Saints. No Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints. No Dwayne Washington for the Saints.
Stark Drake London now.
No Corey Davis for the Jets. He is officially out. No LaMarcus Joyner up the middle. No James Robinson. No Mike White. Because they wouldn't clear him. No Trey Sermon for the Eagles. Obviously no Jimmy Garoppolo. No Deebo Samuel. For San Francisco, Seattle's already played. Actually, Francisco also already played. For Pittsburgh, no Kenny Pickett, no Miles Jack, no Josh Jackson. So, secondary banged up. I think
Oof.
that is it on. Nope, somebody else. There's been another team that showed up. Gotta figure out who it was. Texans? No Kyle Allen, no Nico Collins, no Brandon Cooks. We already talked about that. No Orange Juice Howard.
Wait, there's no Kyle Allen, so it's only a two-headed backfield?
Only a two-headed monster now.
So it's gonna
No
be
Kyle
draft
Allen.
junk in the trunk, Driscoll and Davis. Stay away from my
You just call
mills.
him junk in the trunk, Driscoll.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen that? Have you seen his ass? That thing's fucking huge.
Now let me look it up.
It should be playing golf. No, that's a reference to Billy.
I just searched Jeff.
Happy Gomer.
I just searched,
Did you?
and the first thing that popped up is safe search is off when I searched for Jeff Driscoll's ass.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to search for this without having any filters on? It's about to get hot in here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, right. The dude's got
And
the
it's
dude's
in-
got a booty.
You can see his jock in those white Bills pants.
Oh yeah.
Or no, that's the Gators. That's when he was in Florida. So Jeff Driscoll's ass has apparently been a thing since college.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
likes to do
the,
squats.
The people of Twitter, the women of Twitter like to highlight it when we get any Jeff Driscoll news popping up. You'll start to see the picture floating around.
Yeah, literally, you can just see his jock through his pants.
Dude, just well endowed. Big ass.
Big ass translucency.
I'm riding and dying with Matt Collins today. I feel bad. And
I had to in the league
Ben Skronik's been picked up, so I can't ride and die. I can't believe I have gone semi full circle on Ben Skronik. It feels bad. Or Kendrick Bourne. Oof. Oh, it feels bad.
Sorry,
Oh,
I did.
fuck.
How did I not know that Jeff Driscoll's ass was world renowned?
But I don't know.
No clue.
Things I don't pay attention to.
You should probably pay attention to that ass.
That was not Mrs. Theory behind you.
No, that
No,
was
no.
my stepson.
That was stepson.
Nelson Aguilar had 10 targets last week. What the fuck?
No, Justin
When there's no one there,
Jackson.
you have to.
There's Justin
Yeah.
Jackson active.
I thought he was inactive. Is he active? 3-headed backfield in Detroit.
So the headline on this is Justin Jackson. Looking at Roto World, he's mentioned
Yeah.
nowhere in this post. So I think that means he's active
Oh,
because he's not listed as inactive. So that means he's active, right? That's how that works. If you're not inactive, you're probably active.
More than likely.
I mean, are you
We're
going
not
to
just
play
not on
him?
the team.
No,
Then yeah, I don't think it's going to affect him. He'll probably have his.
I just like Justin Jackson. Okay.
I know. I mean, we do. We all know he's his show favorite.
I got nothing. I'm done. Are you done?
Yeah, there's no more questions.
Do I start
Oh.
Packers DFT today, or do I go with the Cowboys? Packers against the Rams, or Cowboys versus the Jaguars?
Packers. Have you seen how good Jacksonville's played lately?
Yeah, but
No.
Baker Mayfield.
I know. We can love Baker Mayfield and accept the fact that there's a very real chance he throws a pick or two and takes some sacks.
Well,
And that
it's in
game
Green
should
Bay.
not yield have a lot of right. It's gonna be weather. I mean, Baker played in Cleveland. He could basically play in Green Bay.
Chargers available.
They are available too.
They got Titans.
Derrick Henry, that run defense is bad. I don't know how much, and especially if they get up good going early. I mean, they look great against Miami though, so I completely get
Derrick
it.
Henry has been kind of mad the last 2 weeks.
I know
mean,
he
had a good
has.
first half, but other than that,
Yeah, right. I think he had 100 yards, almost 100 yards in the first half, and then 3 yards in the second half against Jacksonville.
And
Oh,
also, that run defense
Just
has
got picked up.
been decent the last 5 weeks. They're 24th in fantasy points allowed, so they've actually not been terrible. Not elite by any means, but they're definitely the Chargers' run defense has not been terrible the last 5 weeks. That's against. I mean, Jacobs and Connor did damage. Mostert and Pacheco did not.
Was it Mostert or was it Wilson at that time?
Well,
Oh, that was last week,
so
right?
FF Today shows the top scorer.
Oh, I
week.
get you.
So I'm just going by top scorer against him each week was Mostert. So I don't know.
It would have been Mostert.
who
It would have been
started, but
because
the top scorer was Mostert at 5 points, and Jacobs and Connor 23 and 23. I think most of that though is based on PPR.
maybe.
No, it's not.
I still like Green Bay, Steve. I like. We're gonna root for Baker. We're gonna root for things to go well for Skoranek, which is the only reason why you guys are rooting for. Well, Ryan and I aren't rooting for. We love Baker, but
Yes.
Packers CSC. Baker's gonna throw a couple picks. There might even be a pick 6 in there.
Hey, I don't. Baker
I know you.
Mayfield is not thrown an interception since week 11.
Because he hasn't played
It's
the last week.
yes. Did he throw a pick last Thursday night against? No, he didn't. Right? He hasn't thrown a pick with the Rams yet.
Yeah,
Wow,
but that
he's-
was Vegas. I mean, Vegas has no DBs
I guess they're
anyway.
so bad at generating turnovers.
He's only thrown 2 picks since week 9.
Yeah. Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay.
Chargers.
That's gonna
Chargers.
Be,
Chargers just got picked up. I
They
just
really?
missed out on.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're gonna regret not listening to me sooner.
yeah. I'll probably get that text. Hey Ryan.
Nah.
No, he'll call me out. It's fine.
I was waiting for a hey Dan moment yesterday. I came out of the grocery store and had the Gabe Davis big play alert, and then it wasn't a touchdown.
Gabe Davis.
As I said, Santa isn't real. He catches 3 more balls.
It's like he knew the world was looking.
I'm gonna end this.
Yeah.
All right.
No more questions, Roland.
Yep. See y'all. This is kind of how it goes at the end of the year when people are eliminated.
Yeah.
Gets very quiet very quickly.
Also, a lot of your big fantasy teams played Saturday and Thursday.
Yeah.